How's it going, everyone? This is Blind Gaming Connoisseur, and welcome back to another video of Let's Play Mortal Online 2 Beta. Okay, and today we are playing on version 0.1.12.7. And so today I just want to continue on with my game guide series on Mortal Online 2. And so today I just want to talk about a topic that I came across on the Mortal Online 2 forums. So this forum user by the name of SilentPony posted a thread. Okay. Alright, hopefully this is not a spotter. Hopefully not. So SilentPony posted a thread talking about graveyard PvP, and I just wanted to talk about that because so in the forum post, SilentPony pointed out that it seems like some new players have been basically trying to attack blue players who have been looting the mobs that they kill. So basically, you go to the graveyard and I'm not sure if it's safe, but I'll try and go there. But before I do that, I'll just give a sort of like a introduction of what I'm going to be talking about. So basically, SilentPony pointed out that some new players have been grouping up to attack blue players who have been stealing loot from the mobs that they kill. And so basically, this is it's what we call loot stealing. And also in this game you can kill the monsters that another player is trying to kill. And there's RPK. So they are back in this game. And so you can loot the loot bags that other players kill, you know, the monsters that other players kill, and you can also, you know, kill the monsters that another player is trying to kill. And so there's no such thing as prevention of looting or killing a mob by another player, unlike in other MMORPGs. So just be aware of that. Now, so the thing that SilentPony pointed out was that, you know, these new players have been basically it appears that they enabled criminal actions, so I'll just show you what that is. So if you go to gameplay in the settings, you'll see this option here. So if you enable this, it means that it will enable you to attack another blue player. Normally if you leave this off, you will not be able to attack, or I should say deal damage to another blue player. So I'll tell you why this is important, because basically back in MMO1, this was before, you know, SV introduced the option of, what is this? Okay, all right, so this guy is okay. I might just back him up. I think he's safe. Alright, so it seems like I better just stay here for a little bit before I go on any further. So back in MMO1, before SV introduced the you know, the ability to, so before, you know, back in MMO1, this was called can attack blue. So that option that I showed you earlier, it used to be called can attack blue, and so it basically arose out of this phenomenon where you know, if you're hunting skeletons and zombies in the graveyard back in MMO1, a blue player would come along and jump in front of you, just before you're about to swing your sword. And so as you swing your blade, they jump in front of your sword, and so instead of you hitting the zombie or the skeleton, it actually ends up hitting them instead, and it turns you grey. And so it essentially allows them to attack you and anyone else that's in the graveyard can attack you as well. So, so essentially, it kind of, it was kind of seen as it defeated the purpose of the social flanking system. So, instead of the blue player being, a lawful citizen, and the grey player being, a criminal, it basically reversed the whole thing. It basically made the lawful citizen a criminal, and the criminal as a lawful citizen, as a grey. I don't know if you understand what I mean by that. So if you watch some of my old MO1 videos, you'll see that this has happened to me, I think, maybe once or twice. But I did learn from that. I did learn from that experience, and so so that's why SV introduced that option of can attack blue. So when you disable that option, it prevents you from attacking blue players, and so that's basically it's basically a temporary fix. It's like a band-aid fix to prevent this sort of thing from happening, from keeping lawful players from turning criminal when they're not intending to and when they're not supposed to, because of the way the social flanking system works. If you hit someone, then you return grey. It doesn't matter whether you intended it to or not. And so that was not a thing that wasn't supposed to happen. And so that's how. Okay. Oh, look at this guy. Oh, it looks pretty aggressive. And so now in MO2, it's been renamed can commit criminal actions. And so what appeared to be happening was that some players have been turning on that option. And so that's what I'm going to be talking about today. I don't know whether I can go to the graveyard safely or not. I'm predicting that some player's going to try and attack me, and I'm carrying quite a bit of stuff, so maybe I should just leave some stuff in the bank. But as I'm doing that, I'm just going to continue talking. So SilentPony pointed out that these players have been enabling the criminal actions option, and so they've been enabling it, and I guess I'm predicting that, I'm presuming that it is because they were trying to take matters into their own hands. They didn't like the fact that the blue player was loot stealing and monster killing, killing their monsters, and so I think that's they were probably provoked into doing that by the blue player. And so my advice to those new players, and any other new player that's thinking of doing that, don't enable the criminal actions option, because I think you will regret it. Because loot stealing and kill stealing both are valid forms of gameplay in this game. It is not illegal to do that, and so do not enable criminal actions unless you're planning to play as unless you're intending to play as a criminal. Instead, what you should do is try and think of ways to get around that. You should think of ways to avoid, or at least to try and maybe hunt somewhere else, or try and kill the mob quick enough so that the blue player cannot steal your loot and steal your clay points experience. Well, where do all these players come from? Oh man. Okay. Wow. Suddenly crowded. It's like suddenly crowded for all of a sudden. Okay. Yeah, that's what I wanted. And so, okay, so I'm just going to go to the graveyard and hopefully I don't die. So thanks to SilentPony for pointing that out, and also another forum user by the name of Turbizzler. Kind of reminds me of the Sizzler restaurants. You know, I don't know if you've heard of that. Yeah. So Turbizzler, he wrote a post. He said that the graveyard is a way for new players to assert themselves, to train them to be more. Okay, that's a Tintremic card. To train them to be more assertive and to train them to deal with people who would come along and mess with them. Essentially, the graveyard is a training ground for, to train you to have a sense of pride in what you do as a player, that you are not going to let another player push you around. So that's why, I think that's part of the reason why the graveyard was invented, to put in there by SV, is to train new players to survive. Because in the wilderness, you are going to come across situations. Oh, so someone did die. Okay, so I could die from this. Oh, okay. Oh, alright, so there's a lot of... Okay, so there appears to be player killing going on. Alright, so... So yeah, the graveyard is put in there partly to train new players, not just as a place for them to farm, to gain gold and other materials, but to train them to be tough. I suppose I guess you could say to have an attitude that if a player killer were to come along, then they're not just gonna roll over and and die, but they're going to put up a fight. So if the player killer wanted to take their stuff, then they're going to have to, they're not going to give it up so easily. So they're going to have to. The player killer would have to fight them to take their stuff. So yeah, I think that's what the part of the purpose of the graveyard is, and So if you're watching this and you're new, leave the enable criminal actions option alone, unless you intend to become a criminal, like a murderer, or a thief, or anything like that. Because if you leave the enable criminal actions option off, then you will not be able to do anything that would turn you into a criminal. So my advice is, if you're not intending to turn criminal, then just leave it off. Don't turn it on. Okay. So I will just take a stroll into the graveyard and. All right. So yeah, thanks to SilentPony and also Turbizzler for for their posts, and also I did put up my posts on that topic as well, so I'll put a link in the description below to that thread, so you can go there and have a look if you want to. So we are less than 1 month away from the launch, and so I can't wait. It's really it feels like a very long wait, because I'm so excited, and I can't wait to launch day. And alright, so if I die, then it doesn't matter, because I can just recraft all my. Okay, so this fresh Walking Dead. Oh, and someone didn't click the. Alright. Okay. So I'll go into the graveyard and see if I can, see if there's a new player in there too. Okay, so it seems like the graveyard is empty, and I like the new lighting. It looks really cool. Yeah, this is really cool. And it gives the graveyard a sort of like a terrifying sort of atmosphere to it. Alright, so there's a lot of... Okay, I don't want to aggro them all at once, but... Okay, so, even though it's not illegal to kill another person's monster, I would say it is a bad form, so, my advice is don't do it because it will annoy new players. And yeah, so if you see another player fighting a monster, then just leave it alone, and also don't steal their loot. Unless, of course, they walk off and they don't come back, then you can probably take it. Huh? What's going on? Alright, I thought that zombie wasn't gonna die. Alright, so... Okay. I don't know whether this guy will try and kill me or not. Oh, one hit and one hit and the zombie is in mercy mode. How cool is that? Yeah, I love the spear. It's a very, very powerful weapon for new players, I think. And especially if you make it out of cuprum. Cuprum is a very good material for stabbing and piercing weapons. So things like daggers and spears and whatnot. So very useful. Okay, so thank you for watching this video and hope that you enjoyed it. And please do remember to like, comment, subscribe and share. So I will be back again next time with, if the game has launched, then I will begin a new season, a new series, Let's Play series of this game, which I'm very, very much looking forward to. So until next time, this is Fine Gaming Connoisseur. Take care and have a good day.